We took what used to be a 1.5-story bungalow and we transformed this place into a 2-story, 3-family dwelling. So we're here in Brantford, Ontario, and this is actually day 1 of our triplex build. So today is demolition day. Demolition day is always a fun day. We run some excavators, we can tear into a house. That's the fun day. We're going to take this bungalow and a half here, the 1.5 stories, and we're going to knock it down to its existing foundation, adding 2 courses of cinder block so that we can raise this basement out of the ground so we get a nice 8-foot ceiling. Then we're going to be building a nice 2-story structure on top. So we'll have a basement unit, a main floor unit, and a second floor unit. This is my home. This is my home city. I have a number of other properties right in the same neighborhood, just a couple of streets over. So I'm very comfortable with this area. When we increase density in our cities, we're actually making very good use of infrastructure dollars. And as you can see here, right on this road is a prime example where the city has just invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to basically redevelop this road here, put all new infrastructure in, new sewer lines, new water lines, curbs, new asphalt, new approaches. We bought this property back in December, actually 2021. It took us about 10 months to actually get our permits in place for this build. I like to surround myself with just good positive energy, good positive people, reliable, trustworthy, and just guys who like to have fun. Like have fun on the job site because work can be stressful, there's deadlines, there's a lot of costs involved. It just makes for a fun project. And at the end of the day, it makes for a very successful project. We are on week number 4 with proper planning and having the right trades in place. Projects can move fairly quickly. A couple days we had the house down, cinder block crew came in, we had the concrete floor slab ripped out, all within 1 week. The following week we had the water line upgrade done. We had to trench and do a new water line upgrade here to get to a 1-inch water line. And then basically the framing crew started. This is Scott here. Scott's the lead here of the framing crew. You want to kind of walk us through a couple of key things that you guys do at this stage in the process so that later on, we're not working backwards, we're not making any mistakes.
Yeah, so the biggest thing between a single family dwelling and a multi-dwelling is your interior walls. You need to have complete fire separation between your exterior walls and your ceilings. So that means I need to keep my walls, my interior walls here, I need to keep them down minimally 1.25 inches so that we can get double 5/8 drywall, type X, which is fire rated drywall. We need to get that consistently throughout the entire ceiling, over top of our interior walls, around all of our structural beams and our structural posts. We need that so that if fire were to ever go into our interior walls, it would go up and into that floor space. We need to prevent that. So the only way to prevent that is to get double 5/8 drywall over top of that. So that's a big difference between single family dwelling and a multi-family dwelling unit.
It's a key step in the process, and I see a lot of contractors who haven't done multi-unit construction before. That's a key step that they miss, is not accommodating for that fire-rated drywall in their framing. So good job, Scott. It's looking good.
Thank you.
Framing went up fairly quickly. We had it up in 3 weeks here. Same time when we're doing the framing, we're double checking our room layouts, our window positioning, any renovation project, construction project. You always have to be, 5 steps ahead of your guys, of your crews, of your trades, so that we're not making any mistakes later on in the process. We are on week 18 of our triplex build here in Brantford, and as you can see behind me, we're making great progress. We just completed the installation stage and we are getting ready to start drywalling this place. So we have our spray foam installation done, we have our rock wool safe and sound installation done, all the mechanicals are done. We've even actually started the stone veneer work. We have our dedicated stairway up to the second floor unit. I chose to do it out of composite material just because for me this is going to be a long-term buy and hold triplex build. You know, I could have chosen just straight pressure treated lumber for all the decking, but that only gets you like a 10, maybe 15-year lifespan, and then you got to look at replacing it. And let's be honest, you know, after a couple years, it looks like crap anyways. So for a nice modern look, I chose the composite and the aluminum railing system. So here we are, we're on the second floor unit of this triplex, and as you can see, we have the spray foam done. So here, this is our 24 spray foam that we have here up on our above grade floors on the exterior walls. Because we're on the second floor and we just have the roof above us, we don't have any, you know, sound insulation going on in the ceiling, but we do have our poly vapor barrier up there. Once we drywall the ceiling, then we're going to be doing R60 blown in insulation up above there. I've actually sound insulated all of the interior walls as well, just so that people can have a nice kind of quiet, enjoyable space to live. Before we do the drywall, we'll be putting up sono pan. And we got the whole skid of sono pan sitting out there on the driveway. And the guys will be coming in, I think tomorrow, and we're gonna get this place drywalled. Our ceiling here is a fire assembly. And part of any fire assembly is that if you have a penetration that's going through your assembly, you have to fire cock it. So in this case here, so we have some electrical wires here that are going up through the top plate. We have a plumbing stack here that's going up through the top plate into the ceiling. And so you'll notice that we have blue caulking. So that's like a fire caulking. What that does is, if you think about it, if a fire were to burn through the drywall here, in this case, this is a bathroom, so we just have 1/2 inch, you know, regular drywall. So if a fire were to burn through the drywall, the smoke could end up going through the hole that's been drilled for the electrical wire, and smoke can then travel throughout the building. And so the reason we fire caulk is to prevent the smoke from being able to billow up and travel through the remainder of the building. So make sure you fire caulk your holes. All right, guys, we are done. We are done our triplex here in Brantford. Here we have the kitchen, nice, beautiful kitchen, nice island. This is a 3-bed unit, 9-foot high ceilings. I'm always thinking noise, and one of the things that we can do to help mitigate noise is actually having carpet. And it also gives a nice kind of homey feel. It's having tile and carpet. We put everything into this room. So we have our hot water tank, we have our laundry machine. This is an HRV unit. The type of heating system that we have here is what we call a ducted heat pump system. We can save a lot of space. If you look up here, this is the actual unit, which is up here mounted on top of the ceiling. And so that frees up all of the floor area for everything else that we would want, right? A laundry tub, the laundry machine, the hot water tank. All right, so we are here in the second floor unit of the triplex, and this is a nice 3-bedroom unit as well. Here we have this big, beautiful peninsula island here, which is great for entertaining, for serving, preparing meals. All right, let's go and take a look. This is the basement unit. Get our lights on. This is a 2-bedroom unit, okay? So we have 1 bedroom here. What's nice about this one, let me get the lights. What's nice about this one is we actually have this little like hallway closet area here. It's a mirror slider. Makes it feel bigger, fresher, more spacious. This has an awesome walk-in closet. High ceiling heights, big windows, lots of natural light. This is how we should be doing these units. This was just an MLS listing. It was something that, when I was browsing realtor.ca, I came across this property. I'm like, hey, this looks like a good value add project. Listed kind of low compared to a lot of other properties in the area. And it's something that I saw a lot of opportunity in. Sometimes in a lot of projects, we overthink the renovation. And in so many cases, sometimes it is better just to tear the place down and start over. We purchased this project for $450,000. Took us about 8 months for renovation from start to finish. And the renovation cost for this project was $600,000. So we're into this project for about $1,050,000. And the market value for this project, if I were to turn and sell it, is about $1.3 million. Given the current market that we're in right now with interest rates, it's not something that I do want to sell right now. For me, this is a long-term kind of buy and hold property that I'm going to have in my portfolio, and something that I can be really, really proud to keep. We have opportunity everywhere to be creating more units. The future is not in renovations. The future is in housing creation, creating new units that have never existed before.